Hi everyone. Today we have another guide for you guys. Today it's going to be the Moons of Peril, as promised. We're going to do a full run through for you. Whether you're trying to get the quest done or you're actively just looking for some more information and maybe have more on how the bosses work, I'll try and make it as quick as possible. Um, but yeah, so without further ado, we'll go straight to what my requirements page will be. First of all, you're going to need to have done the Moons of Peril quest. I'd recommend your combats at base 70, so 70 attack, strength, and defense. Minimum hunter of 20, but recommended 50 plus. Cooking, minimum of 30, but again recommended 50 plus. And herbal 38, but recommended 50 plus. The combat stats are basically recommended for Barrow's items. So as you can see, my gear setup. I have Torag's legs, Torag's plate, body for Rack's helm. The 70 attack and strength. 70 attack and strength is for the zombie axe. Bell's Folly, Glacial Tomatles. Those are the best three cheapest weapons that you can get basically for this, with a DDS for spec. And then the rest of it, you just want your best strength and defense gear. So Fire Cape's always good, Barrow's gloves. I'm wearing the Explorer's Ring 1 because I'm a dirty Iron Man and I don't have any other good rings just yet. Dragon Defender, Amulet of Glory. Obviously, you can use the wiki recommended gears page and upgrade where possible, depending on your budget and your levels. But yeah, let's get into a run. So basically, how I always like to start is with the Blue Moon because that's where the best prep items are. So we'll head straight in here. And then basically you want to run to where that hunter sign is. Around here, you're going to have a collection. There's going to be a box where you can take herbal or fishing and hunting supplies from. There's a little campfire where you can make a cup of tea to restore your run energy and where you're going to cook the lizards that we do hunt. So if you just want to use that cup of tea straight away, get your stats back. So I normally take herbal supplies. I take 6 vials. Move my pestle and mortar to the bottom. Then you want to pick these grubby saplings here. So you want to get 6 of those. Once you have 6, use your pestle and mortar on those. That'll grind them down, then you just add them to the water. You want to condense your vials to make it semi potions of 4 dose. Just save an inventory space. Drop anything that's left. So then you want to take the hunting supplies. You want to drop the rope. Oh, sorry. You want to drop the butterfly net, not the rope. What a donut. Collect the rope again. And use it on this rock here. Then on this one. Then on this one. Then on this one. And you rattle this bush. And that'll send some lizards out. Collect those lizards. Again, just set the trap up as you go. Sometimes you will get 3, depending on your hunter level. But yeah. It's recommended that you have high hunter because the higher your hunter level, the more these lizards heal. And then the higher your cooking level, the more you get from cooking them. I'll show you that in 1 second. So once you gathered some lizards, you want to cook them on here. They will break down into more food. So as you see, I've got 1, 3, 3, 2, 3. And then you just want to catch some more. Generally, I go for a full inventory plus some extra lizards because you're only going to prep once per round, ideally. Every time you come to this room, that's where you prep. So we're going to take these lizards here, put them down there. Now, I always start with the Eclipse Moon, just because once you kill that, it flows into this room. You kill the blue one, that flows into the Blood Moon. Kill that one, and then that flows back to where the chest is. That way you have a nice flow. So we'll head back to the Eclipse room, and the quickest way to get there is down here. We run south. Then we're in the Eclipse room. So the Eclipse Moon is weak to stab, so you want to use your best stab weapon, whatever that may be. Make sure that it is set on stab. Then you're going to want to initiate the fight. Make sure you drink one of these pots because they do boost your stats. That's why it's recommended to have higher herbal, because the higher your herbal level, the more stat increase you will get. Then you want to just set your quick prayers to whatever your best combat prayer is, just to make it a little bit easier. You want to enter, click that combat prayer there. So this is called the clone phase. So basically you want to just double tap on the base of where he is. We'll get more into that later. These are glyphs, so you want to kind of stand on these when they're highlighted. And that's where you'll take less damage in theory. Every time the eclipse moon does hit you, this is his curse, it stacks up in the top left-hand corner. Basically, the higher that gets, the less you will damage him. So he'll reduce your damage the higher that gets. This is one of the special attack phases for Eclipse. And all you want to do here is just stay behind this orb all the way around. Every time he does throw an attack, it will take some of his HP off. So this is good. See, I got hit there because I am a professional. So yeah, just want to walk all the way around until you get to the other end. Once it gets back to there, you run to this tile here, and you're back on the Eclipse Moon. And as you can see, his stacks do drop over time if he doesn't hit you. You want to move to this next one. Continue attacking. Now for the clone phase, you don't have any attack delay. So if you do on a crystal halberd or noxious halberd or anything that's a high hitting, slow hitting weapon, you want to isolate that for this phase, because if you're lucky, you just get constant DPS. So the higher hitting the weapon, the better it's going to be. Hopefully we can finish the fight on this phase. This moon is probably the easiest one, in my opinion. Some people might differ what they find easier or not. But yeah, that one's done. Pretty straightforward. Once you kill it, you're going to be teleported into here. So now this is where you'd normally prep, but we're already prepped. So in fact, I'm just going to cook one of the lizards. And I'm going to catch another lizard just to make sure that we're all good. Because you're going to have to do the blue moon, the blood moon, and then back to the eclipse moon. So once you caught that lizard, we'll drop that, because in here, the blue moon's weak to crush. So just make sure that's set on crush. And the glacial tomatlis are really cheap and they do real good damage here. So again, just activate your quick prayer. And we'll head on in. This is one of the special attacks. You want to dodge that what's on the floor and you want to attack this to get your weapon back. Again, just dodge the spikes on the floor as they show. Then I have these two tiles marked, which are basically where the glyph's going to be. Now, Blue Moon's Curse, again, like the Eclipse, is going to stack in the top left-hand corner. And once it gets to a certain amount of stacks, it'll stop your attack, like that. So basically, when you go to attack, you'll skip an attack, which can be really annoying, especially if you're close to killing it. And it stops you from attacking. This little blue motherfucker seems to damage you very much, or it does me anyway. I don't know about anybody else. But yeah, I always use the most food in here and blood. On this phase, you just want to light these two braziers and dodge them. If you hit the tornadoes or the whirlpools or whatever they may be, they will turn your run off. So you do want to dodge those as best you can. And they will damage you for a 9 also. Again, like the other one, you just go back to the glyph, which is the south one after that phase. And you just keep attacking. As you can see, the glacial tomatlis absolutely rip this guy's lips off. They're so good. We should be done here. Oh, but look, we skipped an attack. Oh, luckily we still got it, otherwise I would have been very unhappy at that moment in time. So you want to eat that, restore your run. If you do need any extra food, cook it now. So I'm going to cook one. Now, this one is a thunder cunt. I ain't going to lie to you, he's a prick. Want to equip your DDS, make sure that's on slash, because the blood moon is weak to slash. And then you want to head on in. Again, pray your best in slot. Start on the glyph. I've done my specs in straight away, but you can do it as you go. So this guy's curse doesn't stack like the other two. Basically, if he lands one hit on you, he will heal himself for up to 10 damage. If he lands 2 hits on you, he will heal himself for 20 damage. If the third hit lands, that will heal a minimum of 32. So that's why this boss can be really annoying. In this one, in this special attack, you literally just want to dodge the blood orbs on the floor. Staying around this northern part, because that's where the glyph's going to spawn. Put your prayers back on and attack. He always seems to heal most in the last 100 HP. Or when you've got 1 hit to go, like there. See? So he does take a little bit longer than the others to kill. You've got to rely on some good RNG. And this is why we use the Barrow's armor also for moons, because the more they hit, the more the curse stacks. This is what we call the Jaguar phase. Basic way to deal with this. Once the blood fully fills, you click on it, and you attack, and you'll heal. Blood fill, move. Blood fill, move. Blood fill, move. Blood fill, move. If you mistime this, you will take damage, and the boss will heal as well. Obviously, because everything in this is about him healing. So then you just continue attacking until he's down. That was a pretty easy one. But sometimes you can get really preyed upon, and you can be in there for a decent amount of time. In fact, while I was grinding Moons of Peril, that room is where I seen the most bones on the floor because of people dying. Anywho, once you complete that one, you just run directly south, pass through here, and then you're in the chest room. You want to go to this chest over here, claim the lunar chest, and then you get your rewards. Get lateral darts, less bone shards, sun-kissed bones, water orbs, grimy ear leaves. All of those supplies are perfect for Iron Man. So if you are going to grind this as a mid-level Iron Man, I definitely advise you do so. I managed to bank 70 prayer and 70 Herbal just from this mini game alone. Plus some farm runs for Herbal. And then later when you do your CG grind or your Whisperer grind, you will get battle staffs, which you can use the water orbs on for extra crafting XP throughout your grinds. You just want to hit bank on all that. Once you've opened the chest, you just go back through this northern door. And you are back at the start of the Eclipse Moon. So again, because you've changed your Dragon Dagger to slash, for some reason it changes the Bell's Folly to slash also. As you can see, even though we had it on stab. So just make sure you do change that back before you go back in. And then you're good to go. But yeah, that's our quick and easy Moons to Peril grind. Hope that's made any sense to you. If you do need to ask any questions or have any queries, just don't hesitate to comment. Please like and follow for more guides, tips, tricks, and please go check out my Group Iron Man to Grandmaster series on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Peace out.